Hello, welcome to PinVoice. Today we still like to talk about the Taiwanese stuck in WuHan HuBei. Last time we questioned about Taiwanese government, their position and their action toward those people in WuHan HuBei. We know that lots of countries, they've already repatriated their citizens, their fellow countrymen back home. Let's take for United States of America as an example. They repatriated about 50,000 Americans back home, and they send out designated flights to take all these American citizens back home because they think it's so important for them to be home with their families under this very difficult time. This is pandemic and everyone likes to go home. It's so important for those people who are stuck in different areas. But for Taiwanese government, they hesitate and they know that their countrymen stuck in WuHan HuBei. They hesitated to bring them home. They sent out the first flight over there and the second flight the second time. And the third time is very much like a designated flight, but the flight did not fly to WuHan HuBei. The flight is just like a regular flight from Shanghai to Taipei. So it's just like this flight was designated for those people from Hubei. That's it. So what about other people, other Taiwanese stuck in WuHan HuBei? I don't know what what they are thinking about. They are trying to make some excuses. They try to say that it's just because of the Chinese government. They like to do this and that. Lots of excuses from Taiwanese government. Have they ever thought about those Taiwanese stuck in WuHan HuBei? What about their families? And what about their school works? And we know they're still students, and they're even a pregnant woman. She didn't have time and she didn't have a chance to do the prenatal check. So did the Taiwanese government think about their own people? They forgot them all, and nowadays the news media did not mention those Taiwanese stuck in Wuhan. They're just like a group of people have been forgotten all of a sudden. So even right now, Hubei has already lifted the restrictions. But those people, it's really hard for those people to come home because they're just like travelers, visitors over there. They don't have like an ID, Chinese ID. So it's really hard for them to leave Wuhan. Even though Wuhan has lifted all the restrictions, but they still need certain documents if they want to leave Wuhan. It's really hard for Taiwanese people there. So under this kind of circumstance, what the Taiwanese government would do, what kind of actions they would take to bring those people home. And, they did not take any actions. Instead, they kind of have records for those people. So even though those Taiwanese people, if they try to find some way to leave Wuhan and take other flights back to Taiwan, and they have all the records, and probably those people will not be able to get into Taiwan, and they have to be quarantined, and they have to follow other procedures or process, even more restricted process for those people. I really don't think it's fair for Taiwanese stuck in Wuhan. It's almost 80 days. They just want to get home, and they can't.
谢谢收听，别忘了订阅关注哦，我们下回见。